Hey guys, I haven't made a video in a while and I want to get back into the swing of making videos because the more videos you make, the more views you get. So this video is probably not going to get that many views because my upload schedule is really rare if I ever upload these days. And this is a little bit different of a video. Usually I do collection videos of showing off my collection or virtual reality or do something like that. And I kind of want to do a slightly different video of me picking a game topic and talking about it. And today's a really simple one just because it's been on my mind for a while and it's the reason I wanted to make this. And it's download versus digital games versus physical games is what I want to talk about. And a lot of people these days download their games. Like a lot of people I know download their games, but I really don't see a point in it. Like I really don't get it. Because personally, if you download a game, let's say you buy a $60 game and you download it, I really don't see it having value no more because you can't really get your money back on it most of the time. You can't really trade it in. So, like you pay $60 and you don't have value. This is just a game that's nearby. If I buy this Harry Potter game, I don't just here for another video idea I had, but I'd rather do this one. But if I buy this, which I bought for $3, great deal. It still has value to it. I can still trade it in. I can still sell it. I can still take it to people. I can still trade it with my friends if I wanted to. It still has value to me. At least that's how I see it. If you buy a game, your money's gone. If you don't like the game, if there's any, I'm probably never gonna sell my game, but it just feels like I have more of a value towards it. This is like a random video idea. So sorry if I'm a little bit jumbled, but another thing that we've learned with the Wii is download games aren't reliable. Like if you for example on the Wii and the DSi, their online shops, they closed down recently and the internet connection got taken away. So if anybody bought a game on there, for example, I bought Smash Bros on my original Wii, which if I still had that original Wii, I couldn't re-download it right now. It's gone. If the try not to curse. If the 3DS shops closed down, for some reason I have something in my face behind bug me. It had something like a bump or something in the case, but whatever. This game, if the online support closes down for it, which on some of my earlier DS games the online has shut off for, I can still play it, which is a really good thing. I don't have to worry about download, nothing like that. Sorry, look at my thing. This might not be the longest video. I just kind of want to give my 2 cents on this issue because I'm always hearing about the next console generation moving to being all digital, which is something that I really fear as a game collector because I like to collect things. I like to have something on my shelf. That's one thing I like about collecting games. Like, not only is it more reliable, I can always play it. Not only does it feel like I have value, but I can collect it. If I get me a stack of Lego games, it's because I had another idea for a video, but I chose this, so you're probably gonna get 2 videos. This stack of Lego games, I don't know, it looks nicer to me. I can feel it, I can look through the manuals. Okay, you can't look through the manuals on new games, but whatever. But you can look through them, you can feel them, you can stack them up on your shelf, you can show off. Like everybody that the collection you have, it just looks a lot more impressive than having a library of download games. And especially if you can't download all your games. There's a lot of games where you can't download them all because there's so much space. So you can't have all your games on the console to begin with to show off. I like to show off my game collection. I love my game collection. But that's one other thing that I see. And if the consoles do start going to all digital, I really worry about the future of it, if they will preserve the games right. Because if a game, I've heard this on a lot of games. I'm not going to give names because I don't remember at the top of my head. Because I just got in the game collection a little bit after these games. I'm thinking of it at the top of my head. I can't remember the name. There's just a few, I think it's Arcades thing based off a movie. There's this one game that was really popular. Everybody really loves to play it. But they took it off of the Xbox 360 shop because of licensing, which means no one can play that game anymore unless you had it. There's ways to play it, but there's no easy way to play it because of licensing and everything. If, let's say, for example, I don't know, Lego doesn't have the license for Star Wars, well, not Star Wars, for Harry Potter anymore. Sorry, thinking more games on my little list I have coming up. If Lego somehow loses the license to Star Wars, it might get taken off of the download shop, but I will always have this physical thing to play, so it gets preserved. It's still easy ways to play it. So I think that's one other thing. I'm trying to get to at least 10 minutes so this idea doesn't feel completely useless, But I think the other point I had that I was thinking about, I wish I would have wrote down all my points, is space. I think I already mentioned that slightly. Even though some consoles like the Xbox One, you have to download the full game no matter what, so that's kind of stupid. But some games, if you download them, it takes a lot more space. I think, for example, Red Dead Redemption 2. I have it. I'm not a big fan of it, but that game takes a lot of space. And I think if I had it on my console, I think if you had a 500 gigabyte system, yeah, I'm pretty sure it would take up your whole space. Don't quote me on this. I think I heard it somewhere. It would take up your whole space. But if you don't have it, like if you have a disc of it, it doesn't take up as much space. And that's the same with a lot of different games. Some games take up, like I'm using a PS4 for example, because Xbox One doesn't do that. Like you have to download the game anyway. But a lot of games, it's a lot less space to download. For example, Star Wars Battlefront 2, well, Battlefront 1, not a big Star Wars Battlefront guy, but it has a really cool virtual reality mode on it. That's the only reason I like it. And I need to rebuy it because I originally bought it download on a sale because I wasn't that interested in collecting it, and I wasn't collecting at the time. I didn't have that many PS4 games, so I got it then. But I'm going to continue my thing. It takes up a lot of space on my console because, first of all, I got to download the pretty sizable virtual reality mission, and I got to download the full game. But the game these days was I plan to buy a physical copy so I don't have to download it because I like the virtual reality mission, so I keep it on there. It takes up a lot less space, so it won't hurt your hard drive as much as it will if you download it. At another point. And one thing that I'm really hating that's going on these days, I'm a pretty big Nintendo fan these days ever since the Switch came out. I was a little bit of a fan before, but the Switch really got it to me. A lot of games for the Switch is sadly becoming download only because a lot of developers decide that they don't want to put it on a cartridge. I don't know why, but it sucks. It really does, because games like Resident Evil 4, which is a game that I was really excited for to come to the Switch, even though I beat it a lot on other consoles, it was download only. And not only was it download only, it was more money, but that's one thing that I'm hating, that I'm seeing a lot more, especially on the Switch. A lot of games I'm really excited for are download only. Or they have it like this, where if you buy, like they have it where you download one of the games or two, which sucks because now games are no longer going to be all on the cartridge like they used to be. I really like that. Now you have to download at least some extent of the game, and you have to pay full price for it. I don't really, I'll buy download games if they're cheap. Like Stardew Valley never got a physical release. I'm not mad at that as much as I'm mad at Resident Evil 4. Mostly because it was a cheap game made by a small company, but these big companies are making games download only and really suck. Because you know that they can do it, they just don't want to. And, forgot where I was going with that. But it really sucks the way things are going, because I like to have physical games in my collection. Games like Stardew Valley don't take up that much space to begin with, and they're not that expensive, so I don't mind spending the money. And unless games are going on sale, I really don't like to buy games download. Don't have much of a point left. I finally got 10 minutes. I don't like download. I hate it. I would do it if it's cheap, or if it's a good enough game, I'll consider it. But once these servers are down in the future, which eventually they will go down, unless you have it downloaded onto your hard drive, like a lot of games I don't have them downloaded onto my hard drive, it's not going to be there. And one little quick side complaint, because I want to complain about it, I'm tired of all these games being fixed later. Why can't the fix be on the cartridge or on the disc? Because once these servers go down, a lot of these games that are broken when they ship, they will never be fixed again, sadly, because you won't be able to download the patches. Well, I'm going to wrap this up. this is I'm not sure what I want to call this, a rant or whatever. But I'm probably gonna make another video later. I want to review Lego games because as a kid, and that's why I didn't like Lego games. So see you guys later. Have a good day, and please like and subscribe. I'm gonna try to start uploading regular again. If not, then I'm sorry for saying I would. So see you guys later, and seeing if I have anything else to add. I don't think I do. See ya.